Mr. Mayor, first of all, how's your health? How you doing?
I'm actually feeling pretty good. Thank you for asking. Total recovery.
Good. So how was it yesterday with the president? What are your thoughts on that?
Had a very good conversation with the president, and I'm convinced, I left that meeting convinced that we have a clear path established forward to get done what we need done in Selma in terms of recovery.
And speaking of recovery, I noticed, the day that the paperwork was signed off on, a couple of days later, the trucks are on the move.
Absolutely.
How do we look in terms of where are we with debris removal?
At the end of last week, we had actually recorded 275,000 cubic yards of material removed from the streets. That's a lot of material. We are now trying to make certain that the public knows that the need to get the remaining debris that's on people's personal property moved to the street. We need to get that done now. So the personal property debris removal process is what's important now. We have about 15 days left in this process. And so we're asking people to go ahead now and let's make sure we get all of the debris removed. The personal property debris removal process, or PPDR as they refer to it, is actually going to give the public entity the opportunity and the option to be able to go onto private property with the private property owner's permission to remove that debris to the curb so that we can pick it up.
So what do people like senior citizens have to do to give you that permission?
We'll knock on the door. All they have to do is sign to give us authorization to enter their property.
So they need to be looking for people coming to knock on their doors?
To sign to give us authorization to enter the property, and with that, we'll be able to do that. Now we're also asking folks to be calling us in. But that PPDR document was signed by me this morning, so it had to go through the county, to the state, to the federal level. That I suspect it's going to take 24 hours at least. Once that's done, then we'll be ready. You'll see us out trying to get this done.
Now, in terms of percentage-wise, what would you say? How much percentage-wise has been picked up so far?
That's hard to say.
I mean, I'm thinking about that 30-day, window.
The original estimate was 600,000 cubic yards of material. Keep in mind, we probably had removed some 150 cubic yards before the truck started. With volunteer help, other cities coming in, the city of Selma moving debris. So we really had removed a lot of debris before we actually got started. So I'm thinking at this point we're probably moved about 450,000 cubic yards of material. I think there may be another 150 out there or something.
Approximately.
Yeah, something like
okay.
that. And those are guesstimates, but it's somewhere.
Okay, so we're on track. We ought to be.
I think we're in a good place.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then lastly, you say you think it's going to be, if you signed the document this morning, today is Monday, so you're thinking that by Wednesday?
I'm thinking about Wednesday we should have a reply, and then we'll be able to immediately begin the process of assisting those individuals who are not able to get that done themselves.
But you've got to wait until you get.
We have to wait to get the authorization signed.
And it's being signed by the governor or the president?
It goes all the way up to FEMA. So
it's FEMA. Okay, so you got to do federal FEMA, state FEMA,
yeah,
and
exactly.
then local.
Yeah, that's
okay.
the process. We started with Toya Stiles Crusoe in the Dallas County EMA, and it goes up the chain.
Okay, all right. Anything else you'd like the public to know or you'd like to say?
That the president was very receptive to the things that I shared with him about Selma. He is dispatching members of his cabinet to Selma so that we can begin to work on recovery plans and strategies for Selma. And so I'm looking forward to that. I left that meeting very optimistic.
Would that include technical assistance is what it sounds like?
Listen, I'll tell you something. With this tornado, the technical assistance that we're getting from Washington right now, is significantly much more improved than did with Hurricane Zeta. What we're getting right now is really amazing, and I thank the president and the governor for their support, because the governor had to agree to allow ALDOT, to come forward and work, partner with us to get the trucks moving. And right now, like 45 trucks, somewhere between 45 to 50 trucks moving debris. So it's really an amazing process.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Okay, that's